All right, boom. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, host of Bird, Benny Bo, the one with the word, the one with the flow. And today we coming at you live, man. It's 6:12. We got a special guest with us in the building today, Yamoto Boss. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro, and tell me where they can find you at.
Hey, what's up, everybody, man? I'm Yamoto Boss, rapper, hip hop artist out of San Diego, aka Daygo. You can find me on YamomotoBoss.com. You can find me on all platforms: TikTok, YouTube, um, IG, Facebook. Yamamoto Boss.
Okay. So first question I'm gonna ask you is, what age did you really start taking the music seriously?
Um, okay, there's three parts of my life, right? So I've I got kicked out of orchestra when I was like fucking 15 years old. No bullshit,
Okay.
on some racist shit though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one day I was down and out, and my best friend came in to my house, and he introduced me Fruity Loops and Acid Pro, and he taught me the basics on how to make a beat. So I was practicing and making beats for damn near almost like almost 6 years, and before I
Okay.
started making my own hip hop beats, and and then I decided, so okay, I'm pretty good at this shit, I'm just gonna be a producer, and then I decided to create my own beat company, just producing beats. This is before like um, BeatStars and all that platforms were created. We just
Yeah.
it was a market that need beats, and a lot of people were hungry for new beats, and everybody was making shitty beats. So like, okay, I'm getting into the game, and then I got introduced to a friend of mine who was serving in the military at the time with me, and I introduced him some beats, and one day he was like, "Hey man, I need some help. I need somebody to help me sing this chorus or this hook." And I was wondering if you could get on there. I was like, "Bro, I don't even know how to sing. I don't let alone know how to fucking rap, bro."
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, he taught me the basics. He was like, "Hey, this is how you do it. You don't." He was like, he told me, he's like, "You don't have to rhyme. You just got to sound like you're rhyming." And that's how I started, using it. At that time, we didn't even know what that meant. Like now, it's called unorthodox rap and rhyming, right? It's it sounds like it rhymes, but it doesn't rhyme. So at that time, there wasn't no word for it at the time. So when I got into it, then like, oh shit, I can make songs now off my own beats and shit like that. So that at that time, that was in 2009, 2010, and that's when I got real serious about making music and trying to sell my music. But at the time, we didn't even have distribution like that. We didn't. There was CD Baby, and there was all these other platforms, but you got to get in, you got to pay to get in, type shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that wasn't available to everybody. Everybody knows this. It was until much later, until everybody got access to United Masters, DistroKid, CD Baby. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Oh yeah. All those different
yeah,
distribution.
platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when it was finally available to everybody, then that's when I took it to the next level, which was like 2, 3 years ago, and then that's when I decided to actually go into the music business.
Okay. So you would say you've been doing. You started so if I can get it correct, you kind of started as like a beat maker slash producer in a way, and then you hopped into the actual rap singing lane 2.5 to 3 years ago.
Yeah, but I came from an era where everything you had to do, you had to make your own sound. Like
Yeah,
back in my days, you when you went to the studio, if you want a violin sound, you need a violinist. If you
yeah,
wanted a bass sound, you got to get a bass player to come in. If you wanted a guitar sound, you got to get a guitarist to come in. You know what I'm saying? So we were doing a lot of the things fucking from scratch. A lot of people didn't know that. So when we was making beats, we was making real beats. Now it's
yeah. That's
everything.
how
You
it
do
was made
everything
for it.
VSTs and fucking
Yeah,
keyboards and shit. You know what I'm saying?
before the keyboards and before all the different, different instrument effects that they have on the certain programs like FL, Logic, GarageBand,
Yep.
whatever you use. uh, you had to use real instruments, like you said, a violinist, a pianoist,
Yep. If you
some.
wanted that choir sound, you had to bring in somebody who actually knew how to do that, those harmonizing sounds, like. So it was hard back then.
No, for sure. Okay. So how do you feel about how Dago is right now as a whole with the music scene? Do you think it's easy to get your song played out there, or is it kind of hard because there's so many different artists trying to get up there, and certain people might not want to play your music because they're trying to get their stuff heard? So is it hard to get your stuff like played out there?
If you have no musical background, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna say if you had never been in choir, you never been in orchestra, you never been in band, all you know it's producers making beats and you think you can rap and sing over a beat, yeah, for sure you're gonna have a hard motherfucking time because you don't know music theory, you don't know nothing about music. You know what I'm saying? Like music was our escape because we came from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like all we
That
can
part.
think about is like music was our fucking was our Bible, if that makes sense. You
Yeah,
know, we went to music because
yeah.
it was our escape realm. It was because we were so poor, we were hungry, and this motherfucker, like our peoples are dying around us. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we can think about is music because it's that was our alternate universe type shit. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like
Yeah.
so that's all we can think about. Motherfuckers now they just hear music and shit sound cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just get up on it because that's how easy it is. Get in the studio, get a beat, and start rapping and shit. Motherfuckers now, you know, like real musicians, even if you was gangster, you understood what music meant. You
No,
know what I'm
that
saying? You
part.
understood what to get.
I,
Yeah,
no, not to cut you off, but I definitely see the transition. It's very different now. A lot of people like to just, put a beat on and just go off the top, just punch in and stuff
yep,
like that. And you can't do that unless you're a talented person that's already been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? Or you know about music, like how you said. So you look at it like music as a therapy. That's what your escape was. You
hell
feel me?
yeah.
But nah, for sure.
It
I
still
would
is. It
definitely,
still is.
yeah,
It
yeah,
still
yeah.
is.
No, for sure, for sure. Okay, boom. But I do see you doing a lot of other things too, bro. I see you, trying to promote these different clubs, and you doing a lot of shows. You have a clothing line, or you're in the process of making one.
Yep, yep. Actually, I don't even want a clothing line, man. I just want to. Honestly, man, it's just you got to have a brand, you know, like
Or
my car. I'm like you got to look at. I'm a salesman, right? I'm a salesman. I'm a car salesman, but in the music world, my car is my music.
yeah,
But guess what? When you go to Honda dealership, when you go to Toyota dealership, Ford dealership, right before you buy your car, you there's the accessory aisle. You want to buy yourself a carpet, new carpet. You want a new, new lights. Got
yeah,
T-shirts on the sides. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want
okay,
to. That's just accessories. You know what I'm saying? That's just the
yeah.
merch. You know, because you love me so much. That's what you want to continue supporting me. That's what you want to get. You know what I'm saying?
So you look at it like almost like everything is the whole brand in one. Like I see you also too hopping in the podcast lane as well. Yeah, how is that going for you?
I don't. No, I don't do podcasts. That's for y'all experts. Y'all the experts in podcasting. Y'all the experts on getting these streams up and these cameras up and clipping these videos. Y'all, that's y'all full time job. This is what y'all do. I'm just the motherfucker who gets the camera, turn a bitch on, ask the right questions, dive
Mm,
deep into your personality, dive deep into
okay.
your mental, and trying to figure if you're really about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And get the funny side of you. A lot of motherfuckers out here, you're just too serious and not
Yeah,
realize you're human, bro. Like be
yeah.
human, you know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I caught the one with you, and I forgot what boy's name was, but you was asking him if he had the high socks on, and you was
Oh yeah,
clowning him
Fido.
out.
Shout out Fido. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good
yeah,
one. I
yeah,
could definitely see that you guys were having a natural moment right there. The energy was real smooth. That's a lot of people don't have humor anymore these days. So
yeah,
yeah, I
man.
definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. So okay, upbringing Southeast San Diego, Chula Vista, like whereabouts were you?
I'm a world baby, man. Was
Okay,
born from two refugee parents. You know what I'm saying? My mom was born in Laos, and my father was born in Vietnam. They both escaped. Um, the
okay,
Vietnam War on two separate locations. They didn't even know each other. but they met up in Paris, France. You know what I'm saying? And my dad had a game. My mama was like, "All right, cool," and they got it in, and I came out. And
Type thing, yeah.
I was born 1985 in France, and in the streets though. Actually, I was born in a hospital, but uh, my mom had to finesse the system in a way,
Okay.
and but after that, I'm back on the streets as a baby. Good thing my dad was a natural hustler. He was out there doing what he got to do. He got us a nice spot. But according to my mom and dad's story, we was house hopping for a hot minute until he could get an apartment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then after that, because my mom, she's Laotian and he's Vietnamese, it's two different cultures, and he was 10 years ahead of her, so he was trying to push his culture on her, and she wasn't having it,
Yeah,
and eventually they end up breaking apart, and then he became a single father, single mother, and then they're trying to do the whole single parenting shit, didn't work out. They both gave up and put me for adoption, and then that's when I came to the United States. My uncle, actually my aunt, who is my blood aunt, she said no, but her husband said yes, so he took me in.
okay.
So that's how I came out to the United States. He adopted me because he didn't want to see me in the system.
Yeah, of course. Not
No,
that
and I
was
would have been lost in the system actually, because once you go into adoption, that's it, bro. Like
yeah,
you lose who everything that you about.
yeah, not for
So
sure. So he definitely looked out by taking you in at that time and adopting you.
yeah, yeah. So then I was raised out in Fort Smith, Arkansas, one of the
Okay.
most racist states in the United States.
Yes,
Uh,
they are.
and then it's predominantly white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um, and then being raised around racist motherfuckers, um, you know, getting picked on just because I'm Asian. But not even that. I didn't even speak any English. I spoke French, so it took years to learn how to speak English correctly.
okay.
Years. I didn't even like fluently English. It might sound nice. I might sound nice now, but it took years. Like
Yeah,
by the time I was 18, I was still struggling. It was until I got into the military where I started like my English started getting better. So but my English started evolving because as I was in the military, I got exposed to thousands of different people from across the United States. We got Mexicans, Salvadorians, fucking Puerto Ricans, just blacks from different states,
yeah,
West Coast blacks, South, everybody, um, and different kinds of whites and shit, obviously the racist ones and then the non-racist ones,
yeah,
and then me being out in the Bay for a hot minute. I was out in the Bay. I was stationed out in the Bay for a minute, and being around the Bay Area, people, they like my English started evolving because I was learning the Bay Area lingo. You know what I'm saying? I was saying hella a lot. I was saying, instead
yeah,
of
yeah,
saying Hennessy, I was saying heen. I'm saying, poppy collar, I'm saying, looking fresh, I'm saying, I was learning all the lingos out in the Bay. So by the time I got to
yeah,
Southern California, then that's when my English started evolving even more. So I was picking up all the stuff that like LA motherfuckers was saying, Daygo motherfuckers was saying, you know what I'm saying? And that's how my English evolved.
okay, okay. And so, when you started messing with the beats and doing the beat making, that was in the Bay.
Um, Yeah, it was actually in the Bay. Yep, yep, yep. I was starting dabbling into the hyphy beats first, because that was
Yeah,
what's going on at the time. Because that was what's popping at the time. It's hyphy, you know. So I
that's the
was
movement.
making a
Yeah,
lot.
for sure. Mhm.
Yeah, I was making a lot of hyphy beats, and then by the time I got down to San Diego, that's when I started. My beats started evolving, just as like how my English started evolving. I was doing a lot of West Coast, SoCal type beats, and
Yeah,
then eventually the beats started evolving in itself. It started having its own sound because when you pick up so many different styles, it starts to evolve in its own way.
yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Okay, so boom. So about how many projects have you already put out?
Um, Professionally, I put out about five professional projects. I got Back on My Grind, Boss Level One. I got Worldwide, um, Love, Sex, Heartbreak, and Bossa Daygo, and I got one official mixtape out, which is the Rise, and then my other mixtapes when I first started, but they're not official mixtapes. You know, those just a collective of songs when I first
Yeah.
started out type shit. You know,
And these projects that you said, the all five, they're all about 9 to 10 EPs, or like they're just like 7 songs.
I wish once one project has 7 songs. Boss Level One has seven. Worldwide has five. Um, the albums that has like fucking 17,
Okay.
14 songs, 17, 19 songs. Back on My Grind has 17. I think Love, Sex, Heartbreak, and Repeat has 14. And then Bossa Dago has 19. Is it 19? No. Back on My Grind has 19. And then Bossa Dago has 17.
Okay. Okay. And from all those projects, you have about maybe 12, 13 visuals, or you didn't do visuals to every like song like that.
I got like fucking 24 fucking music videos, official music videos.
Okay. Yeah. No, just the only reason I ask you that is because I've seen like a lot. Like that's where I really known you from. Is I seen some videos. Shout out to my guy Trap House Marley. That's the bro. You feel me? And so
Hell yeah.
I came across his stuff with yours. So I was like, I need to tap in. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I'm from Dago too, bro. But I'm just out the way right now. I'm in a different city, but still repping Dago, trying to just get everybody out here heard. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Mm-hmm.
what this platform is for. If you go on my page and you click my playlist interviews, it shows all the interviews I did with people all over the world: Dago, LA, Atlanta, Chicago, stuff like that. And I'm an artist myself, but I just kind of hopped out of music and kind of hopped into the podcasting lane. I haven't dropped a project for about 5, 6 months now.
Hell
So
yeah, man.
yeah,
It's never too late, man. I came in back when I was 38 years old, you know what I'm saying? And I'm 40 now. So it's never too late. Everybody got the issues, you know. You got bills, you got family, self progression, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
don't ever give up on yourself, because at the end of the day, like, you're really doing this for you and God, you know what I'm saying? You're doing this.
amen to
God
that.
gave you a gift. God gave you a gift,
Yeah.
but it's up to you to exercise those gifts, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's real. That's real. I would also say this too, bro. Like uh, my stepdad, he introduced me to some people from Vietnam and some people from Laos, right? And they took
Mm-hmm.
me to Kearney Mesa, and I went to a couple different mom and pop spots and got some curry. Also went to a little Buddha festival and stuff like that. And y'all just
Hell
show the
yeah.
most love. Y'all show the most love, homie. Like y'all
Hell
just
yeah,
show
man.
genuine love, bro. Like shout out to y'all for real, bro. Especially like the ones in Dago. I know a little bit in LA, but really predominantly I know a lot of Vietnamese and Laos from Dago. You feel me?
Hell yeah, man. That's
A
what's
dude
up.
named Wong and a dude named Sam and my bad, Sammy and Wong, and they was telling me some crazy ass stories about the country, man. Like that shit got really real when they was telling me about it. But yeah, nah, I could definitely see you guys starting to come up though for sure within the scene.
Yeah, man. I've been just a natural fucking hustler since I was a kid, bro. And I traveled the world, bro. I'm a real mud baby, you know what I'm saying? And um I've seen so much despair in my life, bro, since I was just a youngin, like since I was
Yeah,
crawling, bro. And every year since I was born, I was looking for somebody to fucking make some changes, bro. You know, and the one song that always stuck with me was Tupac Changes. And every year since that song came out, I was praying for somebody to come out and do something, right? Do something, make real changes in these streets and help people out. And then one day I just woke up. There was like I realized there was nobody else. It was never gonna the motherfucker was never gonna come. I was 37 years old, and I realized that motherfucker was never gonna come. And I looked in the mirror and I realized I was that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I had the skills, I had the assets, I had the leadership skills, I had the knowledge. I went to school for entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying? Graduated top of my class, you know what I'm saying? I ensured my entire class year fucking graduated. That was me. I did that. A lot of people don't know that, you know, I put a lot of motherfuckers on, and I said, you know what? It's time to take music back into our own hands and really, you know, live Tupac's legacy, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people, like, when they hear me, they can hear Tupac in me, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole different philosophy right there.
Yeah, not for sure. I could definitely see. I could hear the Tupac on the on the revolutionary side for sure. Yeah, you
Yeah,
definitely speak a different message for sure. Like type something like that, trying to empower and show people the right way to have a right business mindset and stuff like that. And that's another thing too that Daygo is lacking is the marketing, bro. Because a lot of people don't understand that it's not just dropping and sharing the music. You have to have that business mindset to keep going with other people and sit there in the rooms, those high power rooms, and actually sit there and map stuff out. You feel me? You can't just feel like, oh, I could drop a couple things and I'll be on by tomorrow. A lot of people don't have that ethic. A lot of people don't have that business mindset or know how to keep doing marketing. So
yeah.
that
That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed that I have a personality, a real personality, not some bullshit ass motherfuckers trying to be something that they not.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
real
Like,
recognize real, yeah, for sure, not for sure. Um, okay, so I would say probably I only heard maybe 4 or 5 songs from you, but I really got
yeah.
to do like a deep dive, bro, and like really listen to some tapes and stuff like that, so I could really get a better picture. But what would you say is your favorite song that you did out of all of them?
Um, I'd be cliche if I say all of them, but if I want to say that the most impactful song right now, it'd be off my latest album called Bossa Daygo, and that would be the song Action.
Action, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And when you shoot these visuals, do you try to make it feel like in a way like it's like there's a story like behind it with every bar, like the way that wherever the background is, do you like make it like a movie or you just kind of just go in?
I write all my stuff. I don't ever punch in. I don't believe in punching in because at the end of the day, everything's calculated, everything's thought out, everything has to be not necessarily perfect, but you
Yeah,
gotta at least have a script. The best movies aren't punched in. You know what I'm saying? The Titanic couldn't be the Titanic if you punched in. It doesn't work that way. If everything was improvised, it wouldn't be a good
that's
movie.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Now
hear you.
this ain't comedy, man. This is real life. Music is real life. It saved my life. It saved millions of lives. So like when we're talking about music, man, got to be the right message, the right image. So um, yeah, you could say everything was carefully scripted and imaged correctly when it came down to the visuals, or if it's not visuals, it'd be just the music itself.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. Um, let's see. Anything else that you wanna let be known that you got coming up? Like any shows? You said the brand is just the music, just the not the podcast. Because you don't call yourself a podcast, but your channel, or is there more to that?
So everything I do is strategic. Like I'm a chess player, man. I'm very tactical. I'm a general, like, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta break everything down. So with the music, it's the music. Um, I'm here forever. Let's just put it this way. Your favorite rappers, they quit. They all gave up on you. They hate y'all. I'm gonna put that I'm gonna put it on wax. All your favorite artists hate you. They hate all their fans because they let their label fucking destroy their dreams, and they gave up, right? They gave up on music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here forever until I can't make another track, until I'm too blind or too deaf to make another track. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. Um, so every year you're gonna expect between 2 to 3 albums a year. That's for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and that's not just gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? My goal is to use my influence to bring in new artists and allow their voice to shine. And I'm using Gucci Man's blueprint. So a lot of people don't know that Gucci Man created an ecosystem. So in his city, everybody knows him. If you want to get to the next platform, the next level, you go through Gucci Man. Here,
Mm-hmm.
same thing, Daygo. You don't have a person to vet whether these motherfuckers are fabricating their lifestyle or whatever, or even in their music, or having somebody be like, look, I'm not saying you suck, but look, this is not the right direction where you want
Yeah.
your music to go to, because you're speaking devil language or demon language. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about killing motherfuckers,
Yeah.
and all your music's powerful. You can literally brainwash a motherfucker to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Not for sure. That part.
So I created this ecosystem where we can vet good artists and preventing shitty artists from producing new music. And if they are producing this kind of music, we're gonna shut that shit down. Um, with real talent though, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the brand. You know what I'm saying? The brand, it has to be trust. There has to be trust behind it. I want people to, when they see my name, they see my brand, they're gonna know it's quality. They're gonna know that it's in the right intent and you have a right person behind it. We're not gonna screw anybody over. We're not gonna fuck nobody over. If you want to go perform here, you're gonna get quality perform stages. You're gonna get quality venues, um, quality marketing, quality advertising. Um, you know what I'm saying? And additionally, your brand, my brand is extended to your brand, so that way, you know that you have somebody backing you up, and vouching that you are a legitimate person. A lot of these artists out here, they're trying to do it by themselves and realize they're not getting one fan. I know artists out here who's been rapping and singing for 10 years plus can't get one fan. That's crazy. How you have not one fan after 10 years, and then you got me, Yamoto Boss, who came out just last year, started performing and got more fans than you. Make it make sense, you know? And then because nobody trusts them, you know? And then let's talk about the interviews and stuff. The interviews, it's me ensuring that the right people get behind the right the right platforms, and ensuring that um, the people who I interview are legitimate. If you're not on my podcast, you're not on one of my interviews, it means because I haven't co-signed you yet. A lot of people think, oh, we don't need cosigns. We don't. I can do this by myself. If you can do this by yourself, why are you still struggling then? Why are you still struggling? You can do it by yourself. Why are you still struggling? Make it make sense. Give me the right answers. And that's why I'm the boss of Daygo. I got the answers a lot, and I've been coaching a lot of these new artists that are coming up. They're starting to see results now. They went from 0 fans to 12 listeners to 100 listeners, 100 listeners to 1,000 listeners, because they're taking my advice. They're taking my approach. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Um, the way I look at it, if I win, everybody wins. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
for sure.
I
For
have to
sure.
take lead. I have to take lead. I got to lead by example. Motherfuckers out here don't want to be leaders. Everybody want to be a follower. Everybody want to try to do it by themselves and realize they ain't got nobody backing them. Like, I'm sorry, at the end of the day, if you want to throw a concert, guess what? You can't throw a concert by yourself. You need somebody at the DJ booth. You need somebody at the door. You need somebody to help you market. You need openers. You need somebody to make sure that you get there on time, get to on stage on time, mic check. You can't do that all by yourself.
No, without a doubt, you can't. You can't. You definitely need a team behind you. So, would you say that you kind of like have a specialized group of people that you're creating a lot of camaraderie with?
That's my special skill. A good leader is a person who can delegate tasks. A good leader is a person who can find the right people. I do everything by myself? Hell yeah, I can definitely do it. But I would exhaust all my hours. I would exhaust all my brain power. I would exhaust my personal energy, which could go to my family and wife and kids, my friends, my personal fucking agendas, like going to weddings, going to birthday parties, going to barbecues. You know what I'm saying? That's what the strength of being a leader is, being able to look at somebody and be like, hey, I'm gonna forward you some cash. I need you to make this happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. No, for sure. There isn't a lot of people out there that look at it like that. Like you said, there is a lot of people that like to follow others
Yeah.
instead of trying to get something going by themselves, but not that just them trying to start something with the right group of people that have an amount of trust that say, if I'm doing videos for you this day, now you're producing for me on Wednesday, now I'm doing the marketing. Like, we're taking turns basically, and we're
And
sharing the different tasks.
it's not their fault. You got to go to school for this shit, bro. You got to be mentored into this shit. You got to have somebody over your back and teaching you how to do this shit. And unfortunately, I was taught that, in the last 20 plus years. Just being also, being a gang member, you had to always have somebody tell you what was right and what was wrong,
Yeah,
making
of
sure
course.
you're not going out there and crashing out, shooting the
Yeah,
wrong people out because you felt some type of way because they said something slick to you. You know what I'm saying? You just don't just go out and start shooting motherfuckers. You always need somebody over you to teach you how to do the things the right way. But a lot of motherfuckers out here don't like to listen. If not, they don't want to listen. You just didn't have the right mentor, the right leader to teach them how to do it the right way. And on top of that, some of these people, regardless if you want to call yourself an artist or not, a lot of people don't have values, ethical values. They don't have integrity. They don't have morals. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for them to go
Loyalty.
to
Yeah.
these interviews and not act out. You know what I'm saying? They go in there drunk. They go in there high. They go in there start cussing out the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? They can't shake hands. They can't dress nice. They can't be in the same room where I can be. I'll be wearing suits. You know what I'm saying? I can be wearing nice and be looking good. Motherfuckers can't do that.
Nah, for
It's a whole
sure.
package. It's a whole package. It takes years to hone this personality. You know,
Nah, for sure, for sure. So, what would your message be to somebody that's just starting out right now with the music?
come find me. You can't. Remember, most of these artists are broke. Most of these artists are not saying they're dumb, but they don't have no education. They ain't got no experience. They ain't got no knowledge. They might have some musical talent, but again, it goes back to some of these people are not even good people. Some of these are scammers. Some of these people are killers. Some people are these, um, door kickers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of these people are not, good people. Come find me if you really want to change your life. You want to turn a new leaf. Come find me. I'll mentor you into the right path. But if you have the intent of doing everything wrong, I'm not gonna co-sign you. We're gonna make sure we're gonna fucking gatekeep this motherfucker until you can't. You're never gonna be on these platforms because that's the problem with that's where the music actually trending now. A lot of people are no longer supporting fucking trash ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But I feel like, well, when it comes down to Dago, it's also a lot of due to politics, though.
It's not politics again. It's you, this is a business now, man. I'm making sure that Daygo has an actual business now, a real business, a real music industry business. There's none here in Daygo. I met these labels out here, the so-called labels, record label
Yeah,
companies. They struggling. They can't find talent because they scared. One, those A&Rs, those CEOs of those record labels, they scared to go out to these venues.
you talking about like
They
Empire and them, like people like that.
not just Empire, just like your fucking even just the regular white folks. They just don't go to these venues. They don't know where to go because they scared. They scared to sit down in these venues. We have flyers. We shoot them out. We send them emails. Some of them respond. Some like, oh, I'll be there. Some don't. Whatever. But how you call yourself a record label if you're not out here fucking trying to do something?
No, that's true. Yeah, that's true. There. Okay. All right. So basically, you're trying to change the way for the music scene, business wise, in Dago right now.
There's no change. Creating a real one. There can't be no change if there was nothing there to begin with. I'm creating one, and it's gonna be stable. It's gonna be legitimate. And it's gonna be. I'm gonna be the central hub of how everything fucking works.
Okay. Okay. And that's what that is. I think it's what mentality. What is your thing?
Hustlers Mentality Records.
Okay. And that's an LLC.
Not yet. There's no point in having an LLC if you're not generating X
Revenue.
amount of income. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no point in
Okay.
doing that. You got to have the right. Remember, because LLC is expensive too. People think it's just you fucking open up one and then you're going to see all this money coming in. That's not how shit works.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wish I would have had somebody in my corner to tell me that because I have an LLC and I spent a good little 1,600 on it, and I still pay on it monthly for them to still
Keep it
share
up.
my brand and stuff like that.
You
Yeah, but
know,
right now I'm in the process of making business credit right now.
don't even want. Don't even. You could just use regular credit. People think you just need. You can just use personal credit. You don't even need a business credit. Oh, and then everything you purchase through that credit card. That way, you're not keeping an account on all the audits. So you just use that credit card, credit card, credit card. Don't work with nobody who doesn't accept credit cards. Just put everything on there. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
then boom. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to tax write offs, you take it to your accountant at the end of the year or by April. You just give them the your credit card statement. Boom, that's what I charge for everything on the
Yeah.
business.
Okay. Yeah. I
Hell
mean,
yeah,
because they kind of tell you in your ear like, okay, nah, you got to do it this way. You got to set up the business credit. You got to set up the business credit. You got to wait enough time, work with these vendors, and then you can go through Donor Bradstreet, and that's when they open up like basically a credit account for you. They give you the credit card. They do all that
uh,
stuff, but it
me-
takes a long time though.
remember these banks they're no different from the mafia. They tell you whatever you need to hear
True.
because they need to make money. You're their piggy bank, so they'll tell you whatever you need to hear. They fucking make that money.
True. True. Okay. Okay. Boom. 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 All right. No, I definitely I look into just doing it with the regular credit thing and see how it goes.
Yeah, man. Just make sure you got good credit scores to keep your fucking credit APR low. You know, go through a credit union first. Don't just go fucking go open up a fucking a Chase bank account. You know what I'm saying? Go through a credit union, get the low APRs, have decent credit. You know, don't go in there fucking and then start charging shit up. Remember everything. You're a chess player, man. Everything's calculated. Make sure you're doing your bids right. Making sure you're shopping around like you're supposed to and purchasing the right things for your company because remember, you know, you're the eye and heart and soul of the company. So you got to make sure you got to do what's right for you and your company.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. It will. Right now, it's just basically like merch, but we're in the process of opening up a hookah lounge. But it takes a lot because we have to find the right spot that they allow us to have the shisha and they allow us to have the different things there because a lot of different places they don't let you have a hookah lounge anywhere near a school or a church. The locations and stuff like that has to be up to par. So it's
Hell yeah.
definitely a long process. But when we do open up the hookah lounge, what it's going to be is we're going to be serving food as well as we're going to have in the back. We're going to have like couches and stuff like that. We're going to be doing interviews, and the studio's going to be right there too as well. So it's just going to be a whole package. Flip Paradise LLC, Forever Living in Paradise LLC. It's from my big homie that passed away. It was his label, so I'm letting it live
You,
on basically.
I'm gonna give you some spiel on that business. Once you own, when you lease something, don't even advertise as a hookah. Just open it as a studio and just offer hookah as a
Okay.
yeah. Don't go open up a hookah lounge, bro. Don't do that because you're gonna confuse your clientele. Your clientele want to go there specifically for hookah. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to do a studio, you want to have the lounge, you want to do what we're doing right now on the fly, just do that and just offer the hookah as a supplementary on the menu.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nah. That is a different way of looking at it for sure. That probably
Yeah.
be a lot easier for
A
sure.
lot
All right.
easier. Yeah, that way you're not confusing your clientele because you have a hookah and you got people in the background making music. Because at the end of the day, um, as an artist, I don't want to walk through a whole room of motherfuckers smoking hookah and then go into a studio and trying to record and do all this shit. One, it confuses me, and then two, it's like I don't want to see all these people because I want to be private too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most artists are private. It's also the personality and you know of the artists. Most artists are very antisocial.
No, for sure, for sure. What would you say like your formula or regimen is when you get into the studio? You like to sit there and listen to the beat, then write, or you listen to the beat, or you write and then you listen to the beat.
My personal projects, I handle all that shit. You know what I'm saying? On my off time, you know what I'm saying? If I'm sitting in the house and I hear a good beat, or if I have some, you know what I'm saying, just researching what I want, I do that shit on my own time and write the lyrics because it's me. It's a me project. So if I'm in there with the homies and we want to do like a dope ass project together, we go in there. Only I know the beat or they know the beat, and then we go in there and match each other's energy. Because if I try to write something prior hand and I go in there, they may not. It might throw them off. It might throw me
Okay.
off, and then now we gotta change the whole fucking lyrics again, the whole hook again, because it wasn't feeling that one word. They weren't feeling that the cadence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I
it
see
kind of
it.
it kind of shifts the energy a little bit.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right. Boom. So you're saying that you're mentoring a lot of artists right now. Can you name any of the artists that you're mentoring?
Hell yeah, man. Shit, man. Fucking. Freeman. Right now, I have Dasani. I have fucking. I have. I mean, they still doing their own project. They have their own styles, but I think after they met me, they changed how they do their things. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got Trap House. I got Hondro. I got I got Hawk. I got plethora, man. I got Fredo, young Fredo.
Shout out to
I
Young
got
Fredo. Yeah.
yeah, I got plethora, man, plethora of different artists. Because when we go into the studio, they they um they understand the working process of how to
Nah.
create a dope ass track.
Okay. Okay. Any future collabs that you would want to put out there?
Yeah, I got this um project called the collective. It's like about 10 different artists, including me. Um, we got 10 tracks, 10 different artists. Some of them are 2 to 3 on each track.
Okay.
That one's
So
gonna
like
be
kind of
coming
like a
out in
cipher.
September. Nah, cipher. It's really no. It's real songs. It's real songs. Um,
Okay.
some of them are radio hits. Some of them are underground. It's just but it's the same producer, beat maker, all 10 tracks, same producer, same studio. So we're not hopping around different
Yeah.
studios. So that one's dope. That one's coming out in September. I got
September.
I got collective two. We're still working on it right now. We're about 4 songs deep. 2 songs pre-recorded. I just got to finish those 2 songs. I got 1 or 2 songs I got to do on my own. There's another song that has like 2 or 3 different artists on there, but that one has. We're waiting on one last artist to get his shit done on that part, and then the collective two will be done. And I don't know if there's gonna be a collective three because it's extremely hard work, but so far those are the 2 major projects that comes in terms of collaborations here in San Diego. I
Okay.
stopped recording with different artists outside of San Diego, like LA, because at the end of the day, why am I collaborating with another artist from another city in a different state if I'm never ever going to see them ever again?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No, for
saying?
sure.
Song might sound dope, but at the end of the day, like I'd rather collaborate with the people around me because we have already a pool of talent here. You know what I'm saying? And it's easier to market them because like, hey, if I got a show, I'll be just calling up the homie and be like, hey, yo, come to the
Yeah.
show. I like got the show here. And if he has a show, he calls me up like, hey, I got the show here, come through. So it's
No,
easier
without a
to
doubt.
put each other on shows because we're again that ecosystem I was talking about earlier is that we all work together. So that means we can always pop out for each other, and it just helps our brand. It shows unity, shows teamwork, it shows collaboration, real collaboration, not some fucking again some dude from some out of state, out of city type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So basically, just keeping everything straight to the soil right now, straight to
Oh
Daygo.
yeah, of course, and that's why a lot of the market is fucking up because they want to do a song with Big Sad, and everybody want to do a song with fucking E40, and everybody, but you're never gonna see the homie again. Like you're never gonna call E40, be like, hey bro, I got this show here in Dago, you want to come through? And it's like, hell yeah, I'll come through, $5,000.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, for sure. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, because a lot of it is with the collabs that will be like maybe like a one time that you chop it up with this person. Y'all somehow y'all somehow maneuver it to where he sends the beat, you send the verse, they mix it down, but it's not the same energy of y'all both being in the same studio. Not saying that some of them won't come out to you for a certain price and all that, but it's mostly something like that. Something real quick, verse thrown at you. It might even be an open verse on a beat that he had for a while or
Oh
whatever
yeah,
it is.
and then on top of that, it increases the fan trust. So like let's say you have 10 fans that shows up to your show. I have my 10 fans, and they see both of us like truly have friendship and truly like we really work hard on this song to introduce it to them, and they see that we work really hard to practice our verses and showmanship.
Yeah.
And now your 10 fans plus my 10 fans, now we got 20 fans together.
No, for sure. Yeah, that's how it grows. That's how it grows, definitely. And I feel like that's staying real to the actual music because at the end of the day, the fans only gonna want to listen to your music like maybe only once if they don't feel the energy like how it's really genuine like that. Like you said, the two people that are in the studio, if they not really close, maybe it's their first time meeting each other, whatever, the fans gonna tell that off back. So if it's
Yeah,
something that's genuine, they're going to be more likely to always try to find your work anytime that you guys put something out. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the realism in it and the genuine feeling. And a lot of people like to relate to certain music. A lot of music these days, you can't really relate to it because they're talking about the same thing. It's so repetitive.
yeah. And
So,
now on top of that, it's just you got hella family here in San Diego. I got family here in San Diego. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Word of mouth moves fast. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not fucking with you, everybody gonna know that I'm not fucking with you. If you're not fucking with me, everybody gonna know that I'm fucking with
vice
you.
versa.
It
Vice
keeps it
versa.
keeps
Yeah.
us accountable. Like it
No,
keeps
for
us
sure.
from not doing fuckery, if
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You're
I
not
hear you.
going
Yeah,
out
it
cheating
makes
on your
sense.
wife and girlfriend and shit like that, and you're not over here backstabbing your friends, and it keeps the energy real because now you're accountable because your action could hurt me, my action could hurt you.
No, for sure, for sure. Okay, boom. Any like dream collabs? Any artists that you'd ever want to work with outside of Dago, like but like a legendary artist if it came across.
I'm gonna be real with you. I would probably want to do Ty Dolla Sign, Yay, um, The Weeknd. Um, let me see who else. I would say Snoop. I would
Okay.
say Dre. I would say um, I would say let me see who else. I think Bobby Schmurder,
Okay. All
and he's
right.
not even a legend. I just want to do shit with Bobby Schmurder.
Yeah, nah, I feel
Hell
like
yeah,
bro's
yeah,
definitely dope too. I for sure would want to make
hell
some
yeah.
music with him one day. Okay, boom. All right, let's get into this music then, and then after that, we could go because we almost at an hour, and I ain't trying to take all your time or nothing like that. I know everybody busy. You feel me? You got pieces on the puzzle to move. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hell
you said, it's
yeah.
a chess game. So okay, so which one did you want me to play? You want me to do Dago and then like two others after that, or you want me to choose a
Yeah, we
different?
can play Dago and then we can do TB Toe, and then see what else. And we can play nigga.
All right, for sure. We're gonna play Dago right here first.
Yeah. Let's go. Why you do this to me? Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There you
There you
go. There you
go.
go.
From the city,
From the
there you
city, there you
go.
go.
There you go. There you go. I say,
I
there you
say,
go.
there you
There you
go. There you
go.
go.
There you go.
There you
There you
go.
go.
There you go.
From the city,
From the
there you
city,
go.
there you go.
There you go. There you go. I say,
I
there
say,
you
there
go.
you
There you
go. There you
go.
go.
From the
From
city
the
that you
city
wish you
that you
could
wish
live
you
in.
live
From
in.
the riches to the hood, we got niggas packing.
It's packing.
A lot of homies from different races ready for
Ready
action.
for action.
Blue Reds, Dickies, top
Diggy
dogs,
top
sporting
dot
hot.
for the hot fast.
Ice,
Ice,
chain,
chain,
BBS.
BBS,
It's on T
or
Street
T
racing.
Street racing.
DA 20
DA
years
20
for
years for the
cases.
cases.
Court members
Court
going
members
missing.
going missing.
Boy, you
Oh,
snitching.
yeah, snitching.
VIP going
VIP
up.
going up.
All my
All
niggas
my
same
niggas
cuz
same cuz
guidelines, same
guidelines,
blood.
same blood.
Welcome to my
Welcome
hood.
to my hood.
Nigga, what's good?
What's good?
Wish you would. Nigga, knock a
Going on
wood.
wood.
Leave you wetter than Noah's Ark
Noah's
in the
Ark
flood.
in the flood.
Nigga, from my head all the way
All
down
the
to
way
my
down
foot.
to my foot.
From the trenches, crawling through the
Crawling through
mud.
the mud.
LA to the Bay, California
California
love.
love.
I ain't saying my city the toughest. My city ain't about the dumb
About the
shit.
dumb shit.
Bad bitches kept nigga getting
Nigga,
in
get
the
it
mix.
in the mix.
There you go, city. Don't forget to take a
Yeah,
pic.
take a pic.
There you go.
There you
There you
go.
go.
There you go.
From the city,
The
there you
city,
go.
there you go.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
If I say
If I
there you
say,
go.
there you
There you
go.
go.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. From the
From
city,
the
there
city,
you go.
there you go.
There you go. There you go. Pase,
Say
Daygo.
Daygo.
De donde vengo solo se consiguen body, juegan con pelotas, hacen el home run, Fernando Tati,
Tati,
se pone sati,
Tati.
fumando en Cali, anda con los reyes magos de San Diego,
Cali,
Cali,
Pepa.
Mari, lo que quiera
Lo que quiere,
mami,
mami.
esta noche en Coronado empezamos el party, vámonos con mi parcero, tú traes tu shari, nos llegamos hasta el cuarto, se jodió el Ari, ando bien a Lucy, por el creepy cream que acabó con su meat, junto los duros mami es el dream team, ando capsulando dando 163, la seca mi bling bling controlando Southeast, que no te hace no nigga fucking with me, hijo de puta vida mami este es el dream, de San Diego Cali this the fucking city.
Daygo.
From the city, Daygo. I say Daygo. From the city, Daygo. I say Daygo. I'm from the city at the edge of the country. We don't play. When it come to that money, I was chopping up with my homie the other day. He gave me spiel. He said, staying out the way and Daygo requires certain skills associated with factors and fictions. It's all about the bank. I'm trying to make mine big. The way I sag my pants, you could tell I'm a thug. Pull up with a 12 gauge, start dumping like a mountain bug. Out Cajon, East County, I'm a block boy. Put it in the pot, let it cook like some bok choy. I'm in a different mode, but it's something about an east side bitch that walk the pigeon toe. I met her at the Lil Stove. I could tell she a 3 or 4. I was smoking on suppression. She fucking up my sheets, so I fucked her on the dresser. Daygo. From the city, Daygo. I say Daygo. From the city, Daygo. I say Daygo.
Ducking no roller, checking my shoulders, can't move focus, shining. You gotta be hating, you gotta be scoping, really gotta show them something. Taking the bag, put on the gas, cruising away, cause notion. Half these niggas be faking a fraud, but me with no motion. Half these bitches be fucking these bundles, letting them fucking them over. Half of the time I'm taking the trips of this, I went to social. Bitches be talking to bitches and drinking and liquor and storing this business. Niggas be talking about niggas and bitches and pull up the CI living. Kind of say, bro, bitch, go hard. Wanna not too far, sip this shirt, my doze off. Hey, no bitch fucking me wrong. I done face tats and hard, here's your hash real, her no. Friends get lost. She wanna know how my day go. Coffee in the morning, wake and bake. How my day go. Pop this like this. Sip slow. Selfies, mouthpiece. With my eyes closed.
Okay. Yeah, that was
the only artist that ever got somebody while they was in jail.
Yeah. No, I seen that. I was like, okay, that's hard. That was hard. He was rapping right off the jail phone type shit. Y'all had the visuals of it too. Yeah, that was hard for sure. Shout out to Marley for sure. Okay, boom. Okay, so I can find all of them on this Yamoto Boz Vivo or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, boom. So you said Tippy Toe next one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's more kind of like a function song, kind of.
Hell yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I brought that fucking party music. Way.
Tiptoe to that ass every day. But it ain't she's calling shade. Like mine thick, I ain't ashamed. Move it back, baby. Ass so dumb, about to make a dummy, baby. Get down on the ground, show you crack, baby. Pull out my pipe, about to make a crack, baby. Boss that is on cue, still rockin' Air Force Ones in my shoes. Fast little mama key on a zone. Country go get out on the room. So to that beat, tippy-toe. 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 To that beat. Tippy-toe to the beat if you're a freak in the sheets. I done fucked so many hoes, I belong to the streets. Yeah, she going bad like me. And the way she throwing ass like a nerd on me. Fuck it up, throw it up, this love. What the fuck you gonna do with all that junk in the trunk? Ride my dick like a truck, so I gotta buckle up. Gotta tell her pipe down, we about to wait the city up. Bitch, I'm wildin'. Dancing on your grave, I'm sliding. Hit it for a peep, bitch, shout out Miley.
Yeah, the Miley.
Coronado Bridge, I'll be on that island. I got money in my pocket, so bitch, I'm smiling. Hey. Never got it easy, had to hustle every day. She got some big old titties that'll put it on my one bitch, two bitch, no bitch, no bitch. If you catch me cheating, then bitch, I'm clueless.
Deep side, you a
Yeah,
maniac.
maniac.
She giving brain, man. I caught a whole brainiac. What she doing, Zans, man? I caught a whole Zaniac.
Yeah,
If we on the
Zaniac.
stage, and I promise she gon' throw it back.
That back.
To that
To that beat. Tippy toe.
To that
To that beat.
tippy toe.
Tippy toe.
To that
To that beat.
tippy toe. To that beat. Tippy toe. To that
To that beat.
tippy toe. To that
To that beat. Shout out to Chicano Slim. He got deported. He's in TJ right now.
To that beat.
Yeah, 45 make her shake it for Chico. Be pulling up, have to dress for the Vigo.
Vigo.
She got no slim in the full, that's my primo. Game recognized, game and I look illegal.
Vigo.
When I walk, you know Chico leave paw prints. She thinks I'm cute, love my face, mommy priceless. Stupid thing got me scheming on diamonds. Dumb acting fool, Chico Slim trying to pipe this. I'm Patron and some kush trying to fight me. Lady acting up, got me spanking the high knee.
High knee.
Tell them once, then I'm cool, cannot find me. Make them think twice about they timing. Slim.
To that beat.
Tippy toe.
Tippy toe.
To that
To that beat.
tippy toe.
Tippy toe.
To that
To that beat.
tippy toe.
Tippy toe.
To that
To that beat.
tippy toe.
Mind you, this song, the original song, is 15 minutes.
To that beat.
Damn, for real.
To that
Yeah, this whole video is like 7 minutes.
Tiptoeing in my Gucci, bitch, show me a coach. Don't act bougie, getting the jacuzzi. Bitch, brought sushi. She gon' fuck around to find out like the movies. Why she in the whole thing? Treat her like a groupie, unless she got booted. Let me see a bull bitch, crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. All of my niggas right here get dangerous. Running to the money, then we run it right back.
Right back.
She wanna holler, then we holler right back.
Right back.
They got a problem, then we shooting right back.
Right back, right back.
To that beat.
Shout out to Dank Puff. He lost his mama too. Both my mothers died the same time.
To that
Oh, like, shout out to her. Rest in paradise for my mom.
To that beat.
He actually he gifted his beat. That's how the song was able
She
to.
got the back,
Oh,
make it
okay.
wobble. Little shawty so thick that the pen is getting swallowed. I be out in Daygo, looking at Valley Pronto. Smelling like a winner, it's a Dolce and Gabbana. Baby, I'm still mad. I'm the devil wearing powder. I got God on my side. I'm just smoking marijuana. It's your fucking life. You can try me if you wanna. I'ma take a bitch starting off in a Honda. Blue baby. I'm Mercedes. I'm number one cause my flow too wavy. I'm not the man, just the one that gotta pay me. Rocking all blue every day like it's a Navy. Tippy toe.
Good toe.
To that beat. Tippy toe. To that beat.
So all these artists is right here.
To that
Actually, in this video, I've been mentoring.
To that beat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And some of these are on the collective as well.
To that beat.
Yep.
To that beat.
Yeah.
To that beat.
Who's that ass fat? I don't know. Baby cat, maybe wanna take like a G-slot. Big. She said she like me. I ain't ready.
She take off her glasses, make her body do a wiggle. She a little autistic, but got some jiggle.
I'm off the Henny, put my Malcolm in the middle. Off a honey pack, I wanna give her neck a nibble. I might just lose control. Next walk, baby, move it too close. Left, right, let me see them cheeks jump up. Left, right, 360 with the no scope.
Tippy-toe. To that
To
beat.
that beat.
Tippy-toe.
Tippy toe. Ooh.
To that beat.
To that beat.
Tippy-toe. To that beat. Tippy-toe.
19 G's actually came from Arkansas too.
Tippy-toe.
Oh, okay.
To that beat.
Me and him, when we first clicked up, like we knew each other's energy.
Real saucy with it, baby.
Okay, so y'all was like the only two from Arkansas out in Daygo at that time.
Built like wine, talk thicker than the waves when they come with a perm. Bitch, I'm 5150. When I'm gone, you get missing. From Daygo City like dealer, bitch, it's hard to get with me. So you know though, I never gave a fuck about no hoe. All about the dollar greenbacks or the blue dough. Take on to the pussy and some Jordan and some shelters. Better get the boat shoes in the ocean like a whale, hoe flipper. She gon' screech like a dolphin. Don't ask how I do it, bitch, I do this shit often. Get it poppin', who you callin' on your knees like it's autumn. Hit a bitch like a lick on the leash cause I'm dogging, bitch.
To that beat.
That was the director of the video right there.
Oh, okay.
To that beat. Tippy-toe. To that beat. Tippy-toe. To that beat.
He was an integral part of this whole song.
To that
We
beat.
recorded about almost like 7 artists in his
To that
bedroom.
beat. Tippy-toe.
Okay.
To that beat.
Yeah, I just got the call in and so finna go break.
Oh, here go hot.
Make the
Yeah,
bed
he's talking
jump,
about
bad little hoe.
Yeah, yeah.
Walkins off you when we done. Popped out the water, dripping clean. Uncle Fiend, she a fiend. The D and I fiend for the green. Never leave my G's or leave my P's. Don't get lost in the streets, be too deep in the sheets. Then I'm gone to the cheese on a mission on repeat. On the dash from my dough, cooking up as usual. Another play, another move, another bad little hoe. On the go, smoking Joe by the O. Got me stepping in the mode. Ninja rolling out, got me doing that.
Tippy-toe.
Shout out to Hawk. He has a mission. He wants to make rap music that doesn't involve cussing.
To that beat.
Okay.
Tippy-toe. To that beat.
Shout out to her. I definitely commend that. That's dope. That's dope.
Tippy-toe.
He said he wants his music to be heard by everybody and not be offended by curse words.
Tippy-toe.
Okay.
To that beat. Hey, we can show them how they do it on the west side. Real sexy, now these bitches call me senpai. Haters mad cause they see me and they sleep deprived. Down bad cause they bitches hanging by my side. Tiptoeing when I'm walking through your house. Tiptoeing, I'm as quiet as a mouse. Tiptoeing when I'm fucking like a spouse. Tiptoeing, got you slipping in the blouse, yeah. I am a god, I will not be defeated by no bitches like y'all. Stayed off the track so you won't be involved. Sit back, relax, watch the real ones evolve. Tiptoe.
Do that beat and tiptoe, hey. Do that beat and tiptoe, do that beat and tiptoe. 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 Do that makes me love.
Yeah, man. I've been touring Tundro. Hell yeah. That's for Daygo right there, man.
No, for
Daygo
sure,
needs something like that, man.
No, for sure. Definitely. I like the whole vibe, the video. I like the visual, bro. Like I can tell the energy. You feel me? Definitely a party song. Definitely a function song. Definitely a live song to get everybody lit, performing. You feel me at a show? For sure.
Oh no,
for sure.
trust me, man. We introduced the song to motherfuckers that came out from LA, from Detroit, East Coast, and we got them like freestyling on this song, and the song's gonna do exactly what it's supposed to do, make everybody have fun again.
No, for sure, bro. Definitely a lively song. So I said like the energy is there, bro. Definitely a get up, get off the wall. You feel me? Start gigging. You feel me? Just start gigging. You feel me? That's what it is for sure. Okay, boom. So you said the nigga one right here, right? That's the last one you play for sure.
You're a nigga for sure, man. Shout out niggas. All my niggas out here, man. I love y'all. This song's for us. For Asians, blacks, Latinos, whatever, man. You say nigga, just know that we saying with love, you know what I'm saying?
Gook, chink, nigga. His skin ain't black, but he's saying that word, nigga. Nigga this, nigga that. His fact, his skin ain't black. Look at him, Pearl Harbor Jack. Shit. Treat him different for his skin color. Yeah. Treat him different for his eye shape. Yeah. Treat him different, ching chong culture. Yeah. Treat him different cause of COVID. Yeah. Let's beat him up. Yeah. Rape them daughters. Yeah. Push their fathers, kill their fathers. Yeah. Rob them after hours. Yeah. Murder their women's news won't cover it. Cops don't give a fuck why it never happened. Faces with attitudes rally with the action. Old people really need the representation. Fuck the anti-Asian hate bill. It only costs more Asian blood spill. My niggas strapped with the cold steel. Warm bodies turned into cold bodies. Chill. You're not a nigga, not a nigga. 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 You're a nation boy. Why you wanna be black? You'll never be black. You never so crack. We got brown skin, brown eyes, black hair. Who gets treated like shit, like nobody cares. When our people dies, where's the media air? Never ate a fucking dog, stop with the stairs. Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, they my heroes. I'm Japanese, but they my peoples. Nipsey Hussle, Lennon Cure, Tookie Williams. Emmett Till, why the hell the fuck kill him? Racist colonizers slaved Africans. Racist colonizers killed Americans. Racist colonizers started Vietnam War. 20 years in Iraq, fuck the poor. Fuck the poor, 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 fuck the poor. Not a nigga, not a nigga. You're not a nigga, not a nigga. You're not a nigga, not a nigga. You're not a nigga, not a nigga. Gook, chink, nigga. His skin ain't black, but he's saying that word, nigga. Nigga this, nigga that. It's a fact, his skin ain't black. Look at him, Pearl Harbor Jack. Shit, treat him different for his skin color. Yeah, treat him different for his eye shape. Yeah, treat him different, ching chong culture. Yeah, treat him different cause of COVID.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not that one definitely had a deeper message to it for sure. That shit got that definitely got real deep right there. You definitely could hear the message in that, and like you said, shout out to everybody that uses that word. You feel me? Because of what they've been through and stuff like that, with the love for it, not the ignorance.
Yeah, man. And then people, I just want to quickly address it, while I'm here on this platform, is that, a lot of Black people don't really know that there's a lot of us out here, not just Asians, we got Latinos, Hispanics, not Somali, Samoans, Pacific Islanders, other Asians, whether it be Chinese, Japanese, whatever, Vietnamese, Laotian, Cambodians. A lot of us say nigga, but when we say, we don't say out of hate, and we understand their pain. And a lot of us have Black friends too, or Black family members. I got Black family members. My niece and nephews and cousins are Black, you know what I'm saying? So blood, like my blood, like my blood. Yeah. And they carry both traumas. They carry the Black trauma and the Asian trauma with them, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't really know that we got their backs, but the song is supposed to introduce it to them, like, hey, we're really out here and we really support y'all. And we do say the word nigga, but it's confusing to some Black people because they never seen us say it like that, if that makes sense.
No. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, it makes sense.
And we don't look at them like niggas. That's the whole point of the hook. So you're not a nigga, not a nigga. We don't consider y'all niggas. We might say nigga, but we don't look at y'all like niggas. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. With the ignorance of the word, like you said, it's the love of the word. It's just it's not no hatred behind it at all.
We really do got their backs. They just that's the whole point of the song. We really do have their backs, and if they feel offended by it, just it's gonna take time for them to understand. But we really do got their backs, and you know what I'm saying.
No, for sure. Okay, boom. Do you want to do this one more, this bossing up, or you want to leave it at that?
I love that song. Man, it's my birthday song. I released it on my birthday.
Okay, yeah, we gonna end it out with this one, and then you just after we done with this one, just tell them where they can find you at, and we'll be done right there after that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Never thought I'd make it far. I never thought I'd make it far. Making money now, rapping off of these bars. Used to writing hoopies, flying off in the stars. In the Rolls Royce, getting hit in the mall. Bust down, boss up, took her down, glossed up, skin brown, glass up, put her pen down, popped her up. Bossing. 30 on the chain with the Gucci sauce. Only take W's. Nigga, fuck a loss. She said hi to me. I like your energy. My nigga selling keys. We on some Jubilee. And he Vietnamese, fucking with a Portuguese. She had 9'9", looking like Sarah Lee. She can come to me from overseas with my feet up in the finest seats. London, Paris, Greece, salami and some cheese on some silky sheets. And she go, damn, baby, why so hard? Cause I'm the boss, rocking all the Mars. Get in my car with the auto start. Told my driver, go ahead and leave a part. Yeah, I never thought I'd make it far. Making money now, rapping off of these bars. Used to riding hoopies, flying off in the stars. In the Rolls Royce, getting hit in the mall. Bust down, boss up, took her down, glossed up, skin brown, glass up, put her pen down, popped her up. Bossing.
Bossin', boss, 30 on the chain with the Gucci socks. On it, take W's. Nigga, fuck a loss. I ain't down with some pussy ass niggas. Motherfuckers talking shit, get your head disfigured. You never been a street nigga. Go figure. Kick rocks before I pull the fucking trigger, bitch. I've always been a boss since a youngin'. Getting money, y'all niggas over here bumming. Day one niggas getting love, double R on the emblem. Y'all thought y'all some pins, but y'all simpin'. Just speaking facts, y'all hating. Got two Puerto Rican baddies here kissing. Pay on your knees and get to sucking. Just bought my girl the blue alligator, ooh, Birkin. I never thought I'd make it far. Making money now, rapping off of these bars. Used to riding hoopties, flying off in the stars. In the Rolls Royce, getting hit in the mall. Bust down, boss up, took her down, glossed up, skin brown, glass up, put her pen down, popped her up. Bossin', 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 boss, bossin', 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 boss. 30 on the chain with the Gucci socks. On it, take W's. Nigga, fuck a loss.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, that's another slapper. It's another lit one. Definitely, like you said, it's your birthday song, so it's got to be lit. It's got to be a turn up song. But you also had a little bit in there, basically, stating that a lot of people with this I have to say like a pimp persona. This isn't persona, but a lot of them at the end of the day, that it really isn't how they are. You feel me? And you don't have to be a pimp to not be a simp either. You feel me? At the end of the day. A lot of the killer rappers, most of them be the ones that are telling, you feel me? So there was a message there as well. Basically, don't believe all the hype.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Just I'm not saying I'm out here fucking flexing on people. I'm just saying
No, I'm not saying that either.
Yeah, just it's okay being poor. I love being poor, man. I don't love being broke. I don't like being broke, but it's okay. It's okay being poor because you can always. That's a starting point, if that makes sense. You
For
can
sure.
start from there.
I feel like you can't bubble unless you've been through the struggle anyway, because a lot of the people who have silver spoons and stuff like that, it's a real hard for them to navigate through different situations that they feel stuck in. More so, if you've been through the struggle, it's easier for you to come out of a badder situation and certain things like that. To make something shake. You know what I'm saying? Because you've already been accustomed to that.
Oh yeah, man. Me and rich people can't get along. Like I might be rich now, but I can't get along with them. Their mental is just so different. Like they're very boring people. It's just they have no ambitions in life.
So basically, you would say that you're always going to stay humble and for the people, never really changing up due to any type of money, fame, none of that. You're always going to stick to your morals, your values, which are you're humble and you don't kind of sway over to that side where it's just about the money. Like you said, you're really about the fans. A lot of rappers,
really, not just the fans, the people, man. People's champion, bro. The streets needs a hero. The streets, not just the streets, but the world really needs a hero. And I told you every day, I've been waiting for this hero to come back, and he never showed up. And ever since Pac died, that was it, bro. There was nobody else after Pac. I don't care what anybody says. After Pac died, that was it. There was nobody else. He was the last Bruce Lee. In my opinion, he's equivalent to Bruce Lee.
Okay.
And that was it. There was nobody else after that. After Pac's death, who? Tell me. It wasn't Nas.
I mean, I can't really tell you who, really, to be honest.
It wasn't Kendrick.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe you could kind of sit here and say, like, Nip tried to be something like that, and he was going to be...
Nip couldn't do it. No matter what. No matter... Nip was a good entrepreneur. Nip was a struggling entrepreneur. I'm going to say he was struggling still. I don't care if he had $1 million in his bank. He was still struggling because at the end of the day, he couldn't get the right people to trust. He couldn't trust the right people.
True.
And then that was evident. It was evident.
No, for sure.
And
for sure.
Same thing for Pac. I mean, he couldn't get the right people around him to trust. And that was ultimately his demise. But I feel like I've mastered what they couldn't do. And now I'm just amplifying where they left off. So
Where do
again,
you see your brand in 7 years from now?
Daygo will be the hip hop capital of the world.
Okay, you heard it.
People are gonna
first
come here. They're not gonna go to
Flip.
LA. LA's cooked.
I mean, hey, I can't lie. That's a true statement, bro. LA is kind of cooked now. I feel like Dago's the next step for sure. I mean, we've been the next step though. Like let's be real.
Yeah.
Like there's been artists out of like shout out Mitchie Slick, shout out Big June, shout out all the other great legends, but they just never had enough marketing to really get out there. And even if they did get out there with people from the Bay and LA and stuff like that, I feel like it's because go ahead.
Yeah, no, shout out to Big June. I had couple conversations with him, and I'm not saying he co-signed me off, but he told me to take care of the next generation for him.
Now that's powerful right there, because that's a legend. So that's powerful right there. Definitely shout out to Big June for sure.
Yep.
So it's almost like you got the whole city on your back right now.
Yeah, man, and I'm here to make sure the right people get up there, and I want people to eat, man. Like the way I envision it is, people don't have to do crime. People do crime because they don't have the education, don't have the resources. I know. I've been there. When the minute I had money, the minute I got money in my pocket, I stopped doing crime. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying Fetty Wap, he was a criminal because he was a drug dealer. He made money off of Trap Queen, but when the money dried up, guess what? He reverted being a criminal again.
Yeah,
but it's not because he went broke. It's because his team allowed him to be broke. If you heard his story, they drained him of every penny from his pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right?
No, for sure. But he still is making major music behind bars right now, though, as well. Though.
Yeah,
He's still pushing it.
But you wouldn't have to be there if he had the right team.
No, for sure.
So,
I feel like
I'm taking their lessons. I'm taking their lessons and I'm amplifying it to where we're going to do it right and keep it right.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, for sure. That's definitely a good formula that you're using for sure. And I definitely commend you on that. Shout out to all of Daygo, all the artists, Latin artists, rappers, singers, just completely all Daygo. You feel me?
Hell yeah,
straight
man.
up. All right, bro. Just give us a little bit. Where they? Oh my bad. I didn't even say give us a little bit. Tell them where they can find you at, and we're gonna be out from there.
Yes, sir. YamomotoBoss.com. Don't worry about Apple. Don't worry about Spotify. Come shop there. Go listen to my music there, man. Every time you buy something, it goes straight to me. Every time you buy something from Apple, it goes straight to them. I don't get the pieces of it. So go buy through me, right? Find me on IG, Yamamoto_boss. Find me on TikTok. Find me on YouTube. Because everybody has their own preferred platform. So I'm all there. You know what I'm saying? I'll upload the same material everywhere so that way you're not missing anything out.
Okay, but you would say it's better for them to go on your actual website to purchase your music or listen to your music instead of going through one of those platforms that, like, say if you're with DistroKid, they do take a percentage. So basically, if they go through to your website, everything, all the royalties go to you.
Hell yeah, man. On the dead ones, man, for real. Go there, and then if you need to message me, I normally respond to all my fans on Instagram. I don't respond to nobody on TikTok. I don't respond to nobody on YouTube. Instagram. That's the best way to contact me. If you want to contact me, you want to collab, you want to just send me a nice message, you want to leave a comment on my post, that's where I'm at.
Okay, so for everybody that's here and listening, if you want to be able to interact with him, engage, hit him on IG. That's where he replies to, for, like you said, comments, likes, collabs, all those different things. And so as well as the mentorship program, somebody can reach out to you for that?
Yes, sir.
And they don't have to be from Daygo?
They don't have to be from Daygo, but it does cost money, though. You know, I do a $300 master class. Class lasts between 2.5 hours to 3 hours. So it's pretty much $100 an hour. But I went through all the hardship just for you. It's that way you're not making the same mistakes I did. So I fucking went through it so that way you can run. So that way you skip all the bullshit and you go straight and becoming the successful artist that you always wanted to be.
Okay, sounds great. Sounds great, bro. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Dope experience. You feel me? Shout out to you, bro. I definitely feel like you got the city on lock right now. All of the city, not just the southeast. All of the city, because of the way that you're leading. Feel me? Not a lot of people are leading, so for sure. Kudos to you, bro. It was a pleasure. You feel me? If you do ever want to have me on your platform to do an interview, I'd love to as well. Just let me know, and we'll set it up, bro.
For sure, man. Love that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Love, bro. Blessings. Peace. We out. Yeah, man. We out of here, man. Y'all go check out Yamoto Boss, all streaming platforms. But instead of that, go to yamotoboss.com. Go get it right there. We out.